The Galactic Council had made what they believed was a merciful decision. Among the 300 species that comprised the intergalactic community, humans were the newest, and by all accounts, the weakest. Their homeworld, Earth, was classified as a modest Class 3 environment, comfortable, stable, boring by cosmic standards. So when the crisis on Carith 9 emerged, the Council saw an opportunity. The mining colony on the Class 15 Deathworld had gone dark, 47 Velcron colonists, trapped beneath a collapsing biodome as the planet's hostile ecosystem began reclaiming the installation. It would be a test, they decided. Send the humans. If they succeeded, they would earn respect. If they failed, well, no species of real importance would be lost. Max Chen stood at the cargo bay door of the rescue vessel, checking his equipment for the third time. Beside him, Luna Rodriguez adjusted her helmet's atmospheric filters, her dark eyes scanning the preliminary readings from Carith 9 that scrolled across her visor. Gravity 3 times Earth standard, she muttered. Atmospheric pressure that'll crush our bones without the suits. Ambient temperature ranging from -40 to +60 Celsius. Oh, and native predators that digest silicon-based life forms. She looked at Max. They really want us dead, don't they? Max's jaw tightened. The Velcron ambassador called it an opportunity for humanity to prove its worth. Translated from diplomatic speech, they're throwing us into hell to see if we burn. The rest of their 12-person team gathered around. They were specialists, engineers, medics, combat rescue technicians, but more importantly, they were human. They had trained in Earth's harshest environments, the crushing depths of the Mariana Trench, the thin air of Everest's death zone, the scorching expanse of the Sahara, the frozen wastes of Antarctica. Every other species in the galaxy had evolved on worlds that didn't actively try to kill them. Earth had forged humanity in a crucible of ice ages, pandemics, predators, and natural disasters that would make most galactic citizens weep. 30 seconds to drop, the ship's AI announced in that irritatingly calm voice. Luna caught Max's eye. They had trained together for 5 years, survived 3 previous extraction missions on hostile worlds that the Council had deemed too dangerous for more valuable species. There was an understanding between them that needed no words. The bay doors opened. Carith 9's crimson sky greeted them with a blast of toxic wind that would have flayed exposed skin in seconds. The team dropped. Their descent pods screamed through the atmosphere, heat shields glowing white-hot. Readings showed the biodome 3 kilometers from the landing zone, its structural integrity at 14% and falling. Native life forms, massive arthropod-like creatures with mandibles that could shear through steel, were already converging on the colony's failing defenses. They hit the ground hard. Max was the first out, his boots sinking into the gelatinous surface that passed for soil on this nightmare world. The gravity pulled at him like a vengeful god, but years of training kicked in. He moved forward, each step calculated, efficient. Contact in 60 seconds, Luna reported, her scanner painting the tactical display with red dots, dozens of them. The native predators were attracted to the colony's power signature like moths to a flame. The other Council species would have retreated. They would have calculated the odds, deemed the rescue impossible, and left the Velcron to their fate. It was the logical choice. Humanity had never been particularly good at logic when lives were at stake. Form up. Max's voice cut through the comms. We breach the dome, extract the colonists, and get out. We've trained for this. Earth didn't make us soft, it made us ready. The creatures emerged from the crimson mist, massive, alien, terrifying. Their exoskeletons were harder than diamond. Their hunting instincts honed over. Millions of years on a world where only the apex predators survived, they had never encountered humans. Before Luna's team set up a defensive perimeter while Max's breaching unit cut through the dome's emergency airlock. The predators attacked with savage efficiency, but humanity had spent 10,000 years learning how to kill things that wanted to kill them first. Plasma cutters designed for mining became weapons. Explosive charges meant for demolition became traps. The humans moved with a coordination born not from hive mind genetics or psychic links, but from pure, practiced teamwork. They communicated in shorthand, anticipated each other's moves, covered each other's weaknesses. Inside the dome, the Velcron colonists huddled in terror. Their species had evolved on a Class 1 world, a paradise by any measure. They had never known hunger, never faced a predator, never had to fight for survival. "We're getting you out," Luna told them, her voice firm despite the chaos outside. "But you need to move now." One of the Velcron, an administrator named Thexeral, stared at her with his 3 eyes wide. "The Council, they sent humans? But you're the weak ones. Your world is barely—" "Class 3, Max interrupted, entering the shelter with his team. "Yeah, we've heard. Guess what? Class 3 is where we learn to survive. This," he gestured to the collapsing dome, the hostile environment beyond. "This is just Tuesday for us." The extraction took 14 minutes. 14 minutes of controlled chaos as the humans ferried 47 Velcron colonists through a gauntlet of alien predators, crushing gravity and toxic atmosphere. They lost equipment. They sustained injuries. They did not lose a single colonist. As the rescue vessel climbed back into orbit, Thexeral approached Max and Luna in the medical bay. His carapace was still shaking, a Velcron sign of extreme stress. "I don't understand," he said quietly. "The Council said humans were fragile, unsuited for harsh environments. Why would they send you to a Class 15 world?" Luna looked up from the bandage she was applying to her arm. "Because they wanted to see us fail." "But you didn't." Max's expression was hard. "Our homeworld has tried to kill us since we crawled out of the oceans. Hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes, diseases, predators, ice ages. Earth taught us a lesson the rest of the galaxy never learned. Adapt or die." He stood, meeting the Velcron's gaze directly. "You want to know humanity's secret? We're not the strongest. We're not the fastest. We're not the smartest. But we're the most stubborn species in the galaxy. When the universe says you can't, we say, watch us." As word of the rescue spread through the Galactic Council, a new classification was proposed. Not for Kareth 9, but for humanity's homeworld. Earth was reclassified from Class 3 to Class 9, a death world by any reasonable measure. The humans had simply been living there for so long. They'd forgotten it wasn't normal, and the galaxy learned a valuable lesson. Never underestimate a species forged in hell. Hope hadn't died when humanity spoke. Fear had been born.